Serena Williams joins ownership group of Toronto's new WNBA team, Toronto Tempo. Serena Williams has added another chapter to her legacy, this time in professional basketball. The 23-time Grand Slam champion is now a part owner of Toronto Tempo, the newest franchise set to join the WNBA in 2026. Williams, known for her commitment to advancing women's sports, announced the news in a creative social media post, showing a tennis ball transforming into a WNBA basketball, accompanied by the tagline, "New Court, New Game." With this move, Williams continues to expand her impact beyond tennis, reinforcing her belief that women's sports represent a valuable and growing investment opportunity. In a statement about her involvement with Toronto Tempo, she expressed excitement about the team's potential to inspire future generations and help solidify the WNBA's presence in Canada. A game-changing investment in women's sports. Williams' decision to invest in the WNBA's 15th franchise aligns with her broader efforts to elevate female athletes and expand opportunities in professional sports. She has long been vocal about the underrated potential of women's sports and the need for greater investment in female athletes. Her involvement with Toronto Tempo marks another step toward that vision, reinforcing her belief that WNBA expansion is not just about growing basketball, it's about creating new opportunities for women in sports at all levels. Toronto Tempo joins the league at a pivotal moment. With WNBA viewership, attendance, and sponsorships reaching new heights, the demand for expansion has been undeniable. The league's growth, coupled with rising global interest in women's basketball, makes the introduction of a Canadian team a significant milestone. The power players behind Toronto Tempo. Toronto Tempo is backed by Kilmer Sports Ventures, a group chaired by Larry Tannenbaum, one of Canada's most influential sports executives. Tannenbaum, who also serves as chairman of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, has played a major role in shaping Toronto's sports landscape, overseeing teams like the Toronto Raptors, Maple Leafs, and Toronto FC. With Tannenbaum at the helm and Williams joining the ownership group, Toronto Tempo is expected to benefit from strong leadership, financial backing, and deep industry connections. The team will be led by Teresa Resch, a seasoned sports executive who spent nearly a decade with the Toronto Raptors, helping to build the organization's championship-winning culture. Serena Williams' expanding sports ownership portfolio. Williams is no stranger to the business side of sports. Her growing investment portfolio includes stakes in multiple major franchises, showcasing her commitment to long-term industry growth. She is already a co-owner of Angel City FC, a team in the National Women's Soccer League, NWSL, that has been instrumental in pushing for higher player salaries and increased visibility for women's soccer. She also holds ownership stakes in Los Angeles Golf Club and the Miami Dolphins, making her one of the few women with a diversified sports ownership portfolio across multiple leagues. By joining the WNBA ownership circle, Williams further cements her influence in shaping the future of women's sports, using her platform to bring more attention, sponsorship opportunities, and fan engagement to the league. Toronto Tempo's anticipated impact on Canadian basketball. Toronto has long been a basketball-centric city, with the Toronto Raptors playing a major role in growing the sport across Canada. The arrival of Toronto Tempo will mark a historic first for women's basketball in the country, bringing top-tier WNBA talent to a market hungry for expansion. The team's introduction is expected to ignite interest in women's basketball at all levels, inspiring young athletes, increasing youth participation, and providing a new professional pathway for Canadian players. The WNBA's international expansion is also a key part of its long-term strategy. Toronto represents a strong foothold in Canada, a country that has produced top basketball talent, including Kia Nurse and Bridget Carleton. With WNBA fandom growing globally, the addition of a Canadian franchise is a natural next step in the league's evolution. A vision for the future. Williams' involvement signals that Toronto Tempo is positioned for long-term success, with a commitment to building a team that reflects the values of hard work, perseverance, and excellence. Tannenbaum echoed this sentiment in a statement, calling Williams an icon, a role model, and a force for change in the world. He emphasized that her involvement with Toronto Tempo aligns with the team's vision of inspiring the next generation and fostering a winning culture. As the WNBA continues its upward trajectory, Toronto Tempo is expected to play a crucial role in expanding the league's reach, increasing investment in women's sports, and bringing professional women's basketball to a passionate new fan base.